Hey good people, it's your girl Shan'ee here, and if you have not subscribed to this channel, please subscribe to this channel and make sure you hit that like button. On today's video, we are making some vegan greens and vegan cornbread. Let's get on into it. So first things first, let's make our vegan buttermilk, which is plant-based milk and some apple cider vinegar. We just add to a cup or a bowl the plant-based milk, the apple cider vinegar, whisk it together really well, set it to the side and let it curdle. In the meantime, let's whip up our dry ingredients for our cornbread, which is some flour. We're going to whisk that, or you can sift it, whichever one you like. Then we're going to add our cornmeal, some organic cane sugar. Make sure it is organic. That's how you know it's vegan. Organic cane sugar, some salt, and some baking powder. And we're just going to make sure all of that is well combined. And then for the wet ingredients, we're going to add that vegan buttermilk. We're going to add some melted vegan butter and some applesauce. You also can use the applesauce as the egg replacer. You can also use some Bob Mill egg replacer, but for me, for this recipe, the applesauce works better because it makes the cornbread more moist. So for me, it's applesauce for this, and for my cakes, I like to substitute with applesauce as well. And we're just going to make sure all of that is nice and smooth and well combined. Then I'm going to preheat my oven to 350, and I'm going to bake this for about 30 to 35 minutes until you can stick a toothpick in the middle and it comes out clean. Okay, so and then next we're going to just butter it. After it's nice and done, we're going to butter it. You stick that toothpick in the middle, it comes out clean. Then it is safe to butter it and let that butter marinate through the cracks and the crevices of the cornbread, and then cover that with some aluminum foil. Aluminum foil, covering your food with aluminum foil will preserve the heat, and it will keep things moist, and it will keep things preserved. So cover things with aluminum foil, or if you got some warmers, you can also do that too. So then I'm going to cut the stems off of my collards. I am using some nice big old leafy collards for this recipe. Those are the greens we're going to use. I like to cut up my greens first before cleaning them, because you'll just make a mess if you clean them first, then you trying to cut them. For me, that's just too much mess. So I like to cut them, and then I am going to clean them using my Rebel fruit and veggie cleaner. I'm going to spray that all throughout. I'm going to submerge it in that, and then I'm going to submerge it in the water, and then let them soak for about 40 minutes until they're nice and clean. And then we're going to add some olive oil to our stock pot, some veggie broth, not chicken broth, not turkey broth, but veggie broth. And we're going to also add some water, and we are going to let that boil. And once that boils and gets to a high heat, we're going to begin to add our collards. And so then we're going to add our collards, and I'm just going to stuff them down to make sure that they are submerged into all the liquid, and let them cook down just a bit. I always like for mine to cook down before I start seasoning them, because sometimes you'll have to re-season it anyway because it's not cooked down yet. So you're just adding all that in, and it's going to get watered out. So I like to let my cook down, and then I added my seasonings. I seasoned this with some liquid smoke, some apple cider vinegar, some salt, some pepper, and some Creole seasoning, and some red pepper flakes. That is it for the seasonings. That is all you need for these delicious greens. I didn't even use no brown sugar. I see some people use the brown sugar. I didn't do that, and it was still so delicious. So salt, pepper, Creole seasoning, red pepper flakes, apple cider, and some liquid smoke. And I'm also going to shred up some red pepper, and I'm going to add that in just for more of the spice, and then just for a little color, so we just don't have no, dark green greens. Okay, so just for a little color. And then I am going to pair this with the cornbread. This was so delicious. Please be sure to like this video. Talk to y'all later.